Playing the electric game is not new for MG Motor, considering that the ZS EV was launched in 2020. But now MG is doubling its electric vehicle portfolio courtesy this car right here, the Comet electric vehicle. It is one of the smallest passenger vehicles that you can buy in the market. It is one of those rarest 4-seat, 2-door cars on offer. It is primarily targeting the young and the young at heart, and for all its promises, we are here to take a full in-depth look and drive this car. You're watching HT Auto, I'm your host Shubhadeep, and this is the first drive review of MG Motor Comet electric car. Now, one of the biggest talking points about the Comet EV is going to be its shape and its styling. Now, obviously this is, as I mentioned, quite a small car. The exact dimensions of this car are at the bottom of your screen. But as far as its exterior styling is concerned, it can be quite polarizing. Some will find it cute, others may just laugh it off. But let me just point out some of the key highlights on the outside. The face, for example, gets this stretched LED bar at the front. The charging point is located at the front here as well. The MG logo is illuminated. There are two split LED headlight units at the front, and of course, not much of a bonnet. The windshield area is quite large as well, and otherwise it has quite a quirky yet clean profile from the front. Now, over at the side, the Comet stands on 12-inch steel wheels. It's got a large front window area. Rear passengers get an airplane-like stationary, vertically oriented window. Stationary, by that I mean that you can't open it. There is also the electric badge, and there are multiple color options to choose from, both in single and dual tone options. The C-pillar has a stretch profile. In fact, the Comet EV from the rear has a tall boy-like appearance. There is that LED stretched bar all the way across the boot lid, and you get several badges like the MG, Comet EV, and the Internet Inside lettering. The split tail lights also give this car a certain edge. While the Comet EV's exterior styling will divide opinions, for most parts the cabin of this car has a premium appeal to it. Now, MG is highlighting and then underlining the premium credentials of the Comet EV from the inside. And for most parts I see where they're coming from. There is a nice pleasant vibe to the cabin. It's almost quite young. There is a nice pleasing color theme to the dashboard layout and the upholstery as well. Although with this color scheme it's already getting a tad bit dirty, so maybe it would be a little hard to maintain. But the seat comfort, the cushioning is, well, at par with what you would expect in a car like this. Under-thigh support though could have been far better. Now you can slide these seats, of course, forward and back. There's the manual function there. So in that sense, even when the seats are not rolled all the way back, there is quite a lot of space for the front passenger as well. What helps though is that the center console is not till the end, so you have space for your feet here. And that would be really helpful for the front passenger, because on the downside, the footwell on the left is eating into the space. So the passenger has to sort of have his body straight and the legs sort of slanting towards the right. So that's something that MG could have looked into or done a little bit better. In terms of features, the Comet EV gets a 10.25-inch main infotainment screen and another 10.25-inch driver display. Everything here is all digital. The infotainment screen, of course, comes with support for Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and you can even connect it to multiple mobile applications as well. The touch display is quite easy. Feedback that you get is quite nice. This is something that MG has always excelled in, and good to see the Comet EV benefits from it as well. The driver display also has good visibility even under direct sunlight. The glare amount is quite minimal, and at least in our test unit, unlike the one on the Hector, remember, it's not glitchy or laggy in any sense, so that's the good part. The pleasing and youthful element continues on the steering wheel itself. It's a conventional steering wheel, but the layout of the mounted controls is done really nice. It has an iPod inspired control, and well, something new, something refreshing, and something that potential buyers may quite like. On that note, even the key is actually quite a funky key. If you've not seen this, it's a diamond shaped key, and it's got 3 buttons, one to unlock, the other is to lock, and the third one is to open the boot. So that's another clearly good element. Again, coming back to the flip side, well, this is of course an electric, so of course it's an automatic. There is no armrest, and in the short time that we've driven this car, I was really sorely missing an armrest. And if this car has to do daily duties in tight traffic situations, this one is a miss. Sunroof, well, I didn't expect one, and this one misses out on it, so that's fine. Storage spaces are aplenty. You get storage spaces on the doors, there is on the dash as well. There are 2 hooks that come out from here, so you can hang your groceries or other knickknacks from here. There are 2 charging points right next to the hooks. What this seat does is it folds forward, reclines, and provides the entry space to the back seat. Now, of course, don't expect acres of space in the back seat, so while getting in and out may be slightly easy, it's best suited for kids. It's a 4-seater, so 2 kids at the back, 2 adults in the front. This car is perfect. But if you want to pack in 2 adults in the back, and even in certain long city commutes, it could be a bit of an issue in the back. It's a little claustrophobic, and the fixed windows don't help the case either. The center console also has the rotary dial, which is easy to use. It's again in a shade of white and looks quite premium. The controls for the front windows are on the center console too. Now the controls for the air conditioning, 3 dials right below the central AC vent, and there is a button right next to the dial knobs. That's for switching between the drive modes. So yes, this car has the economy mode, the normal mode, and the sport mode. Now since we are on the topic of the drive modes, it's time to get the Comet EV going. And very interestingly, to start this car is quite an interesting and novel approach too. There is no conventional key, so how you start this EV is basically double press on the brake and the EV comes to life. There's a message which says ready on the screen, so you know the Comet EV is good to go. On the move, the Comet is no mean machine, but then again, it doesn't claim to be one either. A 17.3 kWh battery pack for a plus 200 km range ought to make this a viable mobility option. There is a single rear axle motor, and the power output of 41 HP does its fair bit to pull you in and out of traffic. A light steering helps as well, as Comet scampers forward, ably helped by its microscopic proportions. For most parts, the Eco mode should be good enough, but there's a normal and sport drive mode too for a bit more momentum. The top speed is capped at 100 kmph, but we managed to take it to 106 on a straight, traffic-free road. It was quite enough though, as the Comet isn't engineered for high speeds and felt mighty shaky. Keep it within city limits and it actually fares quite well. The high ground clearance helps too, but softer suspensions may have been better. Clearly not for the enthusiasts, the Comet EV's drivetrain is tailor-made for practical runs day in and out. The MG Comet will divide opinions. Either you'll find it a cute car or you'll just look the other way. Either you'll find it as an extremely practical commute option or you'll find no use for it whatsoever. The pricing is on your screen, and really that will define its success or the lack of it. Its strengths lie in its compact proportions, which makes it ideal for congested Indian cities, and in its responsible drive traits. Its weaknesses though lie in the fact that cabin space is extremely limited, and its looks, well, will take a whole lot of getting used to. What do you make of the MG Comet EV? Do let us know. In this episode though, that's all the time we have. Thank you for watching.